What's good, everybody? It's Shin, and today I'm coming to you from the Rio, where the Royal India Bistro has just reopened their doors. I heard they got a lunch buffet, and I'm getting pretty hungry, so let's go check it out. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we just got seated here at the Royal India, and honestly, I'm really digging the vibe of this place. They've got a front of the house which has a little more of an intimate setting with a little bit of the dimmer lights, and they have a back of the house section which is much more well lit with a great view of the pool. This is feeling like a great place to eat. So the Royal India Bistro is open daily, sans Tuesdays, and they're open from 11:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. However, that lunch buffet is only open from noon to 4:30. So the standard lunch buffet here clocks in at $19.99. And butter naan is included. However, if you want to upgrade to include garlic naan, it is just $1 more. All right, let's go take a quick look at the food they have available for the buffet. All right, guys, so let's check out the buffet here. Got chicken kebabs. Chicken kebabs look pretty good. And then the classic chicken tikka masala here. Gravy looks fantastic. And then we have a traditional chicken curry. This is looking really great. And then an aloo matar paneer. Very nice. And then you've got saag, which is your spinach and broccoli creamed, really good. And then a dal makhani, black lentil. This is basically like buttered lentils, really good stuff. And then basmati rice, long grain rice here. Yeah, it looks really good. And then mixed vegetable fritters, your pakoras here. Nice, the perfect Indian appetizer. Love it. Then you've got a cool section here. Looks like a mango lassi, some cut up fruits, and your salads. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. All right, and that was a quick look at the buffet. Not a ton of options, but they are a lot of great Northern Indian classics. So let's go make a plate and get to eating. All right, guys, so I'm back with my first plate, and this is looking so good. Now, taking a look at my first plate, I went ahead and got a starter salad with some ranch dressing. Not exactly Indian, I know, but I wanted to make sure I get some greens in. And we have here a vegetable pakora, which is a mixed vegetable fritter. We've got some basmati rice, long grain rice. That's gonna be really delicious along with all of these foods. A dal makhani, which is black lentils and beans with a cream and butter sauce. Basically just buttered lentils, it's really good. We also got some saag here, which is spinach and broccoli, looks really good. And I've also gotten a aloo matar paneer, which is usually like paneer and potatoes, peas, like in a nice gravy sauce. This is all looking really delicious. Again, not exactly Indian, but you know, I wanted to get some salad in there. Now, a very traditional Indian appetizer are these pakoras. These are fried vegetable fritters, loaded with spices. And the ones here at the Royal India are looking pretty good. Let's give it a try. Now, not as crispy as they could be. They've probably been sitting out in the buffet line for a little bit, but they still have a tiny bit of crisp, but it's really the flavor, guys. Honestly, such a depth of nice Indian spices, just a hint of heat. Nothing you shouldn't be able to handle normally though. And the soft vegetable inside is just really delicious. So the next thing I'm gonna try is the dal makhani. Dal makhani is a buttery lentil dish, and usually this is one of my favorite things to get at an Indian restaurant. The flavors are just really deep. Let's see how it is here at the Royal India. So a lot of the spices and a lot of the heat is mellowed out with that butter flavor, and these lentils are just soft and really cooked through. I really do love dal makhani, and the ones here at the Royal Indian are pretty damn good. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna try is the saag. And saag is typically, you could think of it as an Indian version of cream spinach. It is in a cream sauce. Usually there's some broccoli in here as well. Let's see how it tastes. If you're a fan of cream spinach, this is gonna knock your socks off. There's a great amount of heat. The spinach flavor really comes through. Got a little bit of coolness coming from that cream sauce. Oh, this is so delicious, you guys. All right, and the last thing to try on my plate is the Alumatar paneer. Paneer is kind of like an Indian cottage cheese. Now, it's definitely a little more solid than your cottage cheese, but the processing of how it's created is very similar from what I heard. Now, usually an Alumatar paneer comes with potatoes, peas, and nice kind of gravy with a ton of seasonings. Let's see how it tastes here at the Royal Indian. Now I think the gravy could use a little bit more spice because the paneer cheese really overpowers a lot of the additional flavors. It is cooling, but I think it could have been balanced just a little bit better. Now, so far everything on this first plate has been either at least pretty good, but that sag really was the star for me on this first plate. All right guys, so I am back with my second plate, and this plate I went with the rest of the buffet and all of the proteins. Now we've got garlic chicken kebabs here along with chicken curry and probably the most recognizable Indian dish, chicken tikka masala, which is chicken stewed in a tomato cream sauce. This is all looking really, really good. Now, alongside this, I went ahead and got that garlic naan bread. You can see nice char bits on this, nice big chunks of garlic as well. And this is usually used to dip into the gravy or the curry sauces that you have along with your proteins. Honestly, this is one of my favorite things to eat in the world. All right, guys, so the first thing I'm gonna try is the garlic chicken kebabs. You can see the nice big chunks of garlic and spices on this. You can see the char on the chicken, which means it was cooked in a piping hot oven. This is looking really good. Let's give it a try. So the first thing to hit you is that garlic flavor. It's really pronounced, really, really delicious. Now, while the meat is pretty tender, unfortunately, it has been out on the buffet line for a while, so it probably could be a little juicier. It's not super dry by any means, but you know, at least just a little bit to be desired. All right, next up, let's try the chicken curry. Now, right off the bat, just smelling this, you can smell all of those curried spices. The curry sauce that it's in has a great color. You can tell that this has really been cooked down. Let's give it a taste. The chicken is super fork tender. It's really juicy as well as it's been stewing in that curried sauce. I think they could definitely add a little more heat to this. I'm used to having curries that are much more spicy, but I do think they have to make it more available for the general public. Overall though, the flavors here are really good. Okay, and last but certainly not least is the belle of the ball, the chicken tikka masala. Now, as mentioned, this is probably the most recognizable North Indian dish, and honestly one of my favorite foods on the planet, although usually I'm more down with the butter chicken. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, that is solid chicken tikka masala. The chicken is nice and tender. It's pretty juicy as well. Obviously, if you're stewing in some kind of cream or a sauce, you're gonna stay juicy. Nice flavor in the tomato gravy. You get a lot of the garam masala. You get a lot of the garlic. This is so good. Now, while all of these proteins are delicious on their own, but really the magic happens when you introduce garlic naan or some form of naan bread to go along with it. Now, starting with just a little bit of that chicken tikka masala gravy on this garlic naan, hands down, this is one of my top 10 things to eat in the world. If you can get me a butter chicken gravy or a tikka masala gravy on top of garlic naan, I am a happy boy. It's so good. I'm telling you guys, garlic naan, when done properly, is just the most delectable type of carb. The garlic, the butter, the carbs, it's all so delicious. And then you introduce that tomato gravy on top of it, and we are talking next levels of flavor and deliciousness. I could definitely eat this all day long. Now, while the selection is pretty light here, all of the dishes that I've had were definitely at least good to great. So if you're looking for an inexpensive, all-you-can-eat Indian experience here in Las Vegas, and you're nearby the Strip, the Rio isn't too far away, this might be the spot for you. So the Royal India Bistro just opened this past week, and I think they're just introducing this lunch buffet. So if you're interested, you should definitely swing on by. All right guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I'd love for more people to know about this spot. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. I've got so many more great Vegas videos coming your way. And that's all for this video. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoy Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.